A very good afternoon to you. I'm Lisa Lord with the CBC News Break. A significant breakthrough has been made by police in their investigations into the shooting death of Ricardo Bryan in Warrens last week. Police have a number of people in custody assisting them in their investigations. 46-year-old Bryan of Retreat Terrace, Blackrock, St. Michael, after parking and exiting his taxi in the car park of the Lucky Horseshoe restaurant, was approached by 4 men and shot multiple times. He died on the scene. Police are also investigating another sudden death, the second in less than a week. The deceased has been identified as Martin Weeks, 62 years, of Robinson Land in St. Philip. Police say Weeks was clearing a field when he collapsed and died. The Barbados government has been working in collaboration with its social partners to transform the local economy. Minister of Labour, Senator Dr. Esther Bayasuku, says the economy is being transformed to attract investment. Citing tourism as an example, she listed some of the successes.
We have over the years attracted many hotel chains and like Marriott and Hilton and others, and more recently we have successfully garnered the interest of other developers, and consequently there are new hotel developments with construction at, certainly for the Wyndham Hotel, which is the Sam Lord's Castle site in St. Philip. That one is underway, and we're expecting the construction of the Hyatt-centric Carlisle Bay Hotel at Lower Bay Street. And indeed, there are others in the pipeline which I am not at liberty to reveal at this point.
Senator Bayasuku has given the assurance that steps have been taken to ensure that workers are protected on the planned developments,
especially in anticipation of the recruitment drive which will take place on these sites and the possible recruitment of migrant labor as well. I have taken the necessary steps to establish a technical committee that will be tasked with the responsibility of developing a protocol to address the conditions that are to be adhered to in the employment of persons on these sites, persons both local and foreign.
Well, ground has been broken on the site which will be the home to the National Monument at the historic Garrison Savannah. The monument, designed by 22-year-old artist Taisha Carrington, will be constructed on the inner field of the Garrison Savannah. Officials are already optimistic that it will become a major tourist attraction. The monument will highlight significant events in Barbados between November 30th, 1966 and November 30th, 2016. It will feature the national emblems of the coat of arms, the pledge, the flag, and the words of the national anthem. The monument will house the commemorative broken trident, which is continuing its trek across Barbados. It will also be the home of a time capsule, which will be opened on November 30th, 2066. The National Monument is expected to be completed by October 31st and will be officially revealed at midnight on November 30th, 2016. The Barbados Workers Union is singing a similar tune to that of the National Union of Public Workers with respect to the proposed October 1st date announced for the integration of customs into the Barbados Revenue Authority. The BWU, in a statement, reaffirmed its position, stated at a meeting on September 1st that the date set for transition is premature and heavy-handed. In a statement, the BWU says that to date it has received no feedback to questions raised at that meeting a week ago. It further states that the union is compelled to discourage its members from making any option, as the workers should not be forced to make decisions that will substantially vary their employment relationship under a cloud of uncertainty. Well, amidst concerns about increasing violence in many of the impoverished communities across the island, one youth program continues to stand out. It's the Youth in Agriculture program, which is currently in its 9th phase of operation. Advisor on Poverty Eradication and Millennium Development Goals, Anine Whitaker, who heads the program, says they've been able to retain a number of young people and have added 8 more this time around. Despite the stigma attached to careers in agriculture, it's getting the interest of many of the island's youth.
We know that there are young people in SJPP as well, and the community college who have an interest in and intend to further their studies in agriculture. Several of the young people here have the interest as well. They're working towards their qualifications through the CVQs and NVQs, and when they complete those, they would want to carry it further. So there is still hope. There is hope for the young people.
And as part of this year's program, Ms. Whitaker says there are a number of scientific and technological improvements aimed at keeping participants up to date with modern agricultural practices.
We now have a drip system to be installed. We have had the nursery where we had our plants being watered through the calibration of water based on the time frame and the amount of water that the plant should have in the germination house, which we call the seed house. And we know that if we provide them with the skills and knowledge that they require, that they will see how important it is, and they will understand and learn the skills needed to produce on a much larger scale.
And a few of the participants took time out to tell us how they are enjoying that program.
I will fry cut beds, I will go and see the pigs, and I want to spend money if I can feed them or feed the rabbits. I want to be a farmer or a soldier.
It's a good opportunity for the youth that apparently they will say that ain't really good with school, that only good with the practical part. You can come on here and learn a lot about the sheep, rabbit, or the plant, and stuff like that. It's a good program for the young people.
This also is a very good idea. I learn a lot about rabbit, sheep, plant and stuff and different things like that. So also is a good program, man.
The Urdeston Teachers Training College has been commended for introducing a new degree program. The Bachelor of Education for Primary and the Vocational Teachers Training in Adult Education was officially launched last evening. The program is designed to meet the needs of instructors and technical institutions. It aims to broaden the perspective of the instructor and seeks to address local problems facing vocational education. Acting Minister of Education, Senator Harry Husband, says the program will stimulate the development of the instructors' understanding of their main subject.
There is a consistent, not well publicized, but a consistent program in Barbados to restructure education in its entirety. And this program this evening, and the program that you are part of, is but a part of this. At Urdeston, it takes the form of program restructuring, new programs, and so on and so forth. It also takes the form of the physical redevelopment of this institution.
Senator Husbands added that there were several aspects of reconstruction to the education system in Barbados.
Firstly, the expansion of the number of sixth form schools. Not only the expansion, but the courses that are being offered, which lie outside the traditional offerings. The broadening of nursery education with the construction of 6 new nursery schools in the country, the first of which will be opened this coming school year, meaning next Monday, and officially opened in October. This will put us in a position to provide nursery education in very modern circumstances to all persons in Barbados requiring that.
Also on the restructuring list are the integration of the Caribbean vocational qualification into the school system, the launching of the Certificate of Secondary Level Competence, and a school's positive behavior management program. The Red Lane Spa at Sandals, Barbados has been named the Best Resort Spa 2016 at the recently held World Spa Awards in Italy. This is the second successive year that the luxury spa has won the award, cementing itself as the leading spa in Barbados for visitors and locals alike. Assistant Spa Manager Marissa Hope was elated by the news and credited her team for the accomplishment. The World Spa Awards, which were launched last year, aim to improve the standards within the spa industry by highlighting and rewarding leading organizations within the field. Well, stay with us. We'll have regional and international news right after the break.